If you are an immigrant living in the United States or someone abroad hoping to join your loved ones here, I want you to pause for a moment and listen closely. Every year, thousands of people discover, often too late, that a simple misunderstanding about dual citizenship laws can cost them their immigration status, their ability to travel, and in some cases, even their right to return to the United States. This is why today's update is so important. What I'm about to explain could protect you, your family, and your future. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let's walk through this together, step by step. In today's video, we're talking about the October 2025 Dual Citizenship Alert and what every immigrant needs to know right now. This topic affects green card holders, U.S. citizens living abroad, people thinking about naturalization, and even those still waiting to apply. Many people believe dual citizenship is simple. Just hold two passports and live your life. But the truth is more complicated, and recent updates make it even more important to understand your rights and responsibilities. Let's start with the basics and build from there. Dual citizenship means that a person is legally recognized as a citizen of two countries at the same time. Some countries allow this easily, some allow it only with special rules, and others forbid it completely. The United States does allow dual citizenship, but it does not encourage it, and it definitely does not protect you from the consequences of another country's laws. That's where many people get confused. Now, here is what changed in October 2025, and why so many immigration attorneys are urging people to pay close attention. Several countries updated their own dual citizenship rules, and these changes may affect immigrants living in the U.S. For example, some countries expanded the situations where a person is considered to have automatically regained or automatically lost citizenship. Others added new rules about military service obligations, tax responsibilities, or mandatory notifications when a person becomes a U.S. citizen. When these changes happen, the United States does not send you a warning letter. No U.S. agency is going to call your home and explain how the new law from your birth country affects your status. That responsibility is on you. Let me give you a very real example. Imagine someone who immigrated to the United States from a country that previously did not allow dual citizenship. For years, they believed that if they became a U.S. citizen, they would automatically lose their original citizenship. But in 2025, their home country changed its law and now says people automatically keep that citizenship, even if they don't want to. That means this person suddenly has rights and obligations in that country again without signing anything. They could be expected to pay taxes, complete required military service, or follow other national duties. And if they travel there, they may be treated as a citizen of that country only, not as a U.S. citizen. The U.S. government cannot protect you if your other citizenship is also active. Another situation is the opposite. Some countries are tightening their rules and now say that taking any foreign citizenship, including U.S. citizenship, automatically cancels the original citizenship. For some families, this is not a problem, but for people who inherit property, investments, or family rights in their home country, losing citizenship could affect inheritance, land ownership, or their ability to sponsor relatives in that country. Let's talk about green card holders, because this group often faces the biggest confusion. If you are a permanent resident of the United States, you do not have U.S. citizenship yet. You only have the right to live and work here. But many permanent residents return to their home country and obtain a second citizenship through descent, marriage, or investment. While this is usually allowed, there are important risks. If your second citizenship increases your long stays outside the U.S. or makes you vote in another country's elections or obligates you to serve in another country's military, U.S. border officers may question your permanent resident status the next time you try to enter the U.S. They may ask whether you still intend to live here permanently, which is one of the core requirements of keeping a green card. Another major issue, and one that many people do not realize, is passport use. If you are a dual citizen, The U.S. government requires you to use your U.S. passport to enter and exit the United States. This is not optional. If you try to enter using another passport, you may be sent to secondary inspection or questioned about your status. On the other hand, when you travel to your other country of citizenship, that country may also require you to use its passport when entering there. So a dual citizen is often legally required to carry and use both passports depending on where they are traveling. This brings us to the October 2025 update. Several embassies and consulates around the world have reported an increase in people being denied assistance because they use the wrong passport when entering their other country. The United States cannot interfere if your other country considers you one of its citizens. Even if something goes wrong, like a legal dispute, military obligations, or family issue, the U.S. might not be able to step in unless the other country recognizes your U.S. citizenship. And in many cases, it will not. So, what does this mean for someone preparing to apply for U.S. citizenship? If you plan to keep your other nationality, you must understand that naturalizing as a U.S. citizen does not erase your obligations to your home country, unless that country's law says so. Before you apply for naturalization, it is wise to review your home country's updates from 2025. Some countries now require a formal declaration when you take another nationality. Others give you only a limited number of days to notify their government. And some countries impose tax responsibilities even if you no longer live there. For people who already have U.S. citizenship and dual citizenship, the message is similar. Check your other country's updated laws. Many people are surprised to learn that passport expirations, military service age, or unpaid taxes in their other country can cause problems years later, especially when traveling. Let's talk about children as well. Dual citizenship rules can affect children born in the United States to immigrant parents. Some countries automatically grant citizenship to children through parents, even if the child never lived in that country. This means the child may one day have responsibilities they never expected. And since some October 2025 updates expanded automatic citizenship transmission, many families may not even realize their child already holds two nationalities. Another question people ask is, can dual citizenship affect my ability to work in the U.S. or hold a government job? For most private jobs, it does not matter. But for certain federal positions, security clearances, and defense-related industries, dual citizenship can be an issue. It can raise concerns about divided loyalty or foreign influence. So if you plan to work in fields that require a security clearance, be aware of how dual citizenship may affect your eligibility. So what should you do right now with this 2025 update in mind? First, take a moment to think carefully about your situation. If you are a green card holder, ask yourself whether dual citizenship could affect your ability to maintain permanent residency. If you are a U.S. citizen with ties to another country, check whether your other citizenship is still active and whether you have any obligations there that you should know about. And if you are preparing to apply for U.S. citizenship, make sure you understand whether your other nationality will continue automatically or whether you need to notify your home country. Remember, the U.S. government does not monitor your other citizenship. It is your responsibility to know the law. Ignoring it does not protect you. Being informed does. Before we wrap up, let me offer a simple piece of guidance. Dual citizenship can be a wonderful advantage when managed correctly. It can give you freedom, flexibility, and connection to multiple cultures. But it requires understanding, responsibility, and respect for the laws of both countries. With the new 2025 updates, this is more important than ever. If you found this explanation helpful, please consider subscribing to Legal Focus USA. We share clear, trustworthy, and up-to-date guidance to help immigrants protect their future and navigate the U.S. immigration system with confidence. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.